Hello, let's continue playing Dragon Age 2. In the previous episode we met some dwarf and we decided to join his expedition, but for that we have to collect 50 gold. So basically we are in the first act and that's what we are going to do today. And probably we will not even finish collecting this 50 gold because it's the whole first act. We also met some new companions and hopefully today we will meet the rest of the companions that are available. After a year in Kirkwall, you are finally free to make your fortune. An opportunity to join a Deep Roads expedition has arisen. Yes, that's what I was saying. I forgot the controls again. I haven't played it for a month, I think. So, I think in the last episode Fenris told us to meet him at night by the mansion. So we are probably going to do that now, because I want to prioritize companion quests. Yeah, it's this one. And when we will recruit him, we should focus on the next companion. Okay, how do I exit this place? I think I need to go there and then down the stairs. Or up the stairs. Whatever, I think I can just go through here. The ancient... yes, if I do this, and then I select everyone I have, and then I can select where I go. So we need to go here. Ordering the entire party to attack the same opponent is easy.
Always calling and getting rid of idiots. Especially thugs who target the streets just because it's dark.
Someone will attack us now, right? Okay, I need to check the map. This is the wrong one. So we need to go straight, then to the right. Okay. So many. I have a bomb, I forgot. My favorite.
There's a lesson to be learned here. Messing with us is suicide.
I like how these beggars are just randomly staying there and no one attacks them. But everyone attacks us. Oh no, wrong direction.
No one has left the mansion, but I've heard nothing within. Danarius may know we're here. I wouldn't put it past him.
I could stand to know a little more about this Danarius.
He is a magister of the Tevinter Imperium.
Oh, is that all? Nothing to worry about then.
There, he is a wealthy mage with great influence. Here, he is but a man who sweats like any other when death comes for him.
Alright, so I was thinking about it, you know, I'm mostly choosing these answers that are very rough, but it kind of restrict me from role-playing a bit, I think. So maybe sometimes I should choose other options, like more often. than I wanted. But in this case, I think I can do this. So I'm going to prioritize these ones, but sometimes choose the other ones.
We shouldn't wait any longer then.
Agreed.
Oh, I can select him right away. Alright, so he's a warrior. Then maybe I can pick a mage, and then I will pick Evelyn because I don't want enemies to target me since I'm in melee. I want more people to be in close combat so they don't just target me. So, Varric, I'm sorry, I'm going to leave you behind. The largest guild of thieves in Kirkle calls itself the...
Where are you, master?
Always where you need.
I can't wait to see what our ancestral estate was like. Can you imagine? Mother gave all that up for father.
Oops.
Trap!
Where? Where do you see trap? Probably behind the door. I'm going to save here. Oh, I can level up. Alright, so he has a two-handed sword. Let's maybe... Defender sounds good. The warrior braces for impact, shrugging off damage for a brief moment and pushing back against any foe who attacks. Alright. Oi. And this... Giant's Reach. The warrior's two-handed attacks rip through the air with such power that each generates a shockwave past the point of impact, effectively extending the weapon's reach. This affects basic attacks, Whirlwind, Mighty Blow, and Skith. I will not remember that. Ah, okay, these ones. So it's in the same category. Okay. I'm scared because I remember when I played like first time, I definitely died here. Aha!
All set.
So many. Oh, I have a bomb, so I can use on them. That wasn't too difficult.
He sends spirit to do his fighting for him.
Danarius, can you hear me? Your pets cannot stop us.
It's kind of a little bit loud. At least the effects. Okay, this one is closed.
Watch your step!
Oh! I disabled all of them. Ah! Why is he targeting me? Oh no, battery! Please use healing on yourself. Whew, it's fine. I should improve her constitution. There are probably some guys in there as well. Or did they already go out? Looting meanwhile. Can you just go here? Why is she always in the middle? Was there something else? Okay. Too many demons he has. I wonder how did he summon them and left them separately from himself and made them attack special people, maybe everyone. I don't know how it works.
There! How about you?
I stand for all of us.
He's just chilling.
Now you fall! Go down!
Ah, I can't see the mouse. Oh, key. That's what we need. I forgot to equip some things for him. Oh, I don't have... Ah, right, it's here. Mm-hmm.
That should do it. All set.
Where? Oh. Stop it. Oh, it teleported. Where is it?
Gone. I'd hoped... No, it doesn't matter any longer. I assume Danarius left valuables behind. Take them if you wish. I need some air.
What if he's just hiding somewhere in the corner? I don't even look what I'm picking up. I will check it in the inventory. Let's see. Okay, I guess she can have it. Alright, they can't have the armor. We can see the yard. Warriors specialize in close-range combat, often striking multiple enemies with a single swing.
It never ends. I escaped a land of dark magic, only to have it hunt me at every turn. It is a plague burned into my flesh and my soul. And now I find myself in the company of even more mages.
You can speak to me directly.
I saw you casting spells inside. I should have realized sooner what you really were. You harbor a viper in your midst. It will turn on you and strike when you least expect. That is in its nature.
This is one of the reasons I don't understand why so many people romance Fenris. He's so polar when it comes to opinions. Like, he just hates all of the mages. But he's a grown-up person. Even if he was tortured by a mage, I'm sure he can understand that people are very different.
My sister is stronger than you think.
You tell him, sis.
I'm not blind. I know magic has its uses, and there are undoubtedly mages with good intentions. But even the best-intentioned mage can fall prey to temptation. And then their power is a curse to inflict upon others.
No one's stopping you from moving on, you know.
I imagine I appear ungrateful. If so, I apologize, for nothing could be further from the truth. I did not find Danarius, but I still owe you a debt. Here is all the coin I have, as Anso promised.
Yay!
Should you find yourself in need of assistance, I would gladly render it.
Your old master must want something more than just a runaway slave.
He doesn't want me at all, just the markings on my skin. They are lyrium, burned into my flesh to provide the power that Danarius required of his pet. And now, he wishes his precious investment returned, even if he must rip it from my corpse.
This is like almost exactly as Astarian's story in Baldur's Gate. I can flirt, but I'm not going to. I don't want to respond this because he been through a lot, and I don't want to point out that the scars being valuable. It's not very nice.
Perhaps you can find a way to pay him back.
I will pay him back. In blood. You have no idea what he's done to me. What I went through just to get away.
How could I? I don't know the first thing about you.
That was unworthy of me. The truth is, I know nothing of the ritual that placed these markings on me. It was Danarius's choice, one he now regrets.
Did I ask this one, or was it different?
You said Danarius is a magister, but little else.
In Tevinter, the Magisters hold all the power. Over the Chantry, over the Imperial Court, over life itself. It is nothing for one to own a slave. Danarius had many, but none he valued so much as me.
So confusing. I hope I can continue asking after saying this.
Then how did you get away?
Is it not enough that I did? I carved my path to freedom in blood. I left that life behind. Yet his bounty hunters follow me no matter where I go. I will run no longer.
I've seen some of your abilities. Do they come from those markings?
Some. All I know is that even in the Imperium, warriors such as myself are rare. Perhaps they believe I should feel honored.
Do you think your master will keep chasing you?
He is too proud not to. Perhaps one day the hunt will cost him more than he is willing to pay, but I doubt that matters any longer.
Are you going to have a problem with my companions?
I will watch them carefully if we travel together. I can promise no more.
I'm planning an expedition I might need help with.
Fair enough. Should you ever have need of me, I will be here. If Danarius wishes his mansion back, he is free to return and claim it. Beyond that, I am at your disposal.
Oh. Right, let's maybe do this one now. If Hawk doesn't discover a valuable crafting resource, someone else is sure to find it. Undiscovered resources?
You show admirable restraint, Bethany.
For a mage, you mean?
I could also say for a hawk, but yes, for a mage.
You have a sword. Why aren't you killing someone right now?
Fair point, but I can put my sword down.
Believe me, I have tried.
After Hawk locates a crafting... Ah, okay,
Will
we read it.
everyone please just step back? My mother's in labor. The baby's come early. Can anyone help her? I'll send word to the healer, but...
My son's hurt bad. Cart overturned on him in the blasted bone pit.
Everyone in your turn. I promise we have donations coming in. There will be food and medicine for all of you. If you're seeking aid, leave your name with my girl. We serve everyone here. No one came from Ferelden without trouble. But I can't give priority to anyone who's already found work and lodging.
I like how she just went past the queue. Assuming it's a queue.
I hear you know where I can find a Ferelden Grey Warden.
Only Ferelden Grey Warden I've heard of is sitting on the throne. We're out of the Blight's path now. Why would you need a warden? The healer was one of them once, wasn't he? A warden? Well, he's not now, and busy enough without answering fool questions about it. Where is this healer? You see what our people
bit
face
aggressive.
in Kirkwall. They have no jobs, no homes. Most can barely buy bread. This healer, he serves them without thought for coin. He's closed their wounds, delivered their children.
And yet he needs to hide.
He's a good man. I won't lose him to the blighted Templars.
You mean he's a mage?
Would I stick my neck out for some purveyor of hensbane and leeches?
We would never turn someone over to the Templars, mistress. Never.
He doesn't want to be locked in the gallows just for using the gifts the Maker gave him.
I can hardly blame him.
I suppose it isn't my secret to keep. Anders has certainly been free enough with his services. Refugees in Darktown know, to find the healer, look for the lit lantern. If you have need enough, Anders will be within.
I asked at 30 farms for work.
Thanks.
Not one is hiring Fereldans.
Hey, we heard you in there, asking about the
How?
healer. We know what happens to mages in this town. and it ain't gonna happen to him.
Look, we're Ferelden's just trying to keep out of the Templar's sight, same as you.
Ferelden? But your clothes. I figured you for a Kirkwaller, sorry. Make her bless the rule of our King Alistair.
Alright. Go to the clinic in Darktown where the Grey Warden is healing the poor. Just checking if there are some side quests here in this
sorry
area.
I couldn't get you more information about the Circle, Bethany. It's difficult without naming you.
Thank you for being discreet. I don't want the Templars at my door.
No one does.
Let them corral the troublemakers. I just want information.
Right, right.
It sounds like I'm trying to convince myself, doesn't it?
I wouldn't have said, but yes.
The Qunari invaded mainland Thedas 200 years ago and were driven back during the new Exalted Marches. At least I have time to read the first part of the text now. Oh, I almost attacked him.
I got blood on my coat. Good pay.
Oh, this is cool. Confusion. The rogue tricks nearby enemies, causing some to fight among themselves for a short time.
Outsiders think they can change us.
Tom Wise?
Huh? Oh, Hawk. Haven't seen you since Mirren hired me for that Red Iron job. Been a while. Heard you're going on some expedition into the Deep Roads. And right into Darkspawn territory. Sure that's wise?
I fought Darkspawn before.
Just watch your back. That's all I'm saying. Say, you still in the market for some poisons? The Red Iron's been scarce, and business has been a little slow. You find any rare reagents and want me to whip you up something, just let me know. In fact, since you're an old friend, here's a recipe. My speciality. Everyone needs an edge sometimes, right?
Alright, I don't have any ingredients.
They say the blight's done. It's never done.
What's that? Very strange construction. Looks more like a toilet, but I doubt they are using it right here in front of everyone. So probably it's
Take
something
what I
else.
like. That's what I say.
Picking through the droppings of Hightown.
Oh, we can do this quest as well. Should we pick up a companion first and then do this one? And then pick up another companion, maybe?
made this place a sanctum of healing and salvation. Why do you threaten it?
Why didn't he think that we just need some healing? How does it work? Is it because we are with weapons?
Strange occupation for a warden. Aren't you more about taint and death? Not healing and salvation.
Did the warden send you to bring me back? I'm not going. Those bastards made me get rid of my cat. Poor Sir Pouncelot. He hated the deep roads.
I like these responses. Tell me or else. It's not the first time we see this. I guess it's her technique to threaten people. I don't want to ask about cat. I will feel sad, but I will ask everything.
You had a cat named Sir Pouncelot in the deep roads.
He was a gift. A noble beast. Almost got ripped in half by a genlock once. He swatted the bugger on the nose. Drew blood, too. The blighted warden said he made me too soft. I had to give him to a friend in Amaranthine.
Ah, okay. So he's alive.
So you came to Kirkwall just to escape the wardens?
You say that like it's a small thing. Yes. I'm here because there's no warden outpost, no darkspawn, and a whole host of refugees to blend in with. And some reasons of my own.
I've always heard that joining the wardens is for life.
That's only partly true. The hopelessly tainted by the darkspawn and plagued by nightmares about the archdemon parts don't go away. But it turns out if you hide well, you don't have to wear the uniform or go to the parties.
I'm part of an expedition into the deep roads. Any information you have could save people's lives.
I will die a happy man if I never think about the blighted deep roads again. You can't imagine what I've come through to get here. I'm not interested. Although, a favor for a favor. Does that sound like a fair deal? You help me, I'll help you.
Let's be more specific. I don't do anything involving children or animals.
I have a warden map of the depths in this area. But there's a price. I came to Kirkwall to aid a friend. A mage. A prisoner in the wretched gallows. The Templars learned of my plans to free him. Help me bring him safely past them, and you shall have your maps.
What do the Templars know of your plans?
I don't know. I had been exchanging notes with Carl through a maidservant in the gallows. Then the letters stopped coming.
You want to make your friend an apostate?
That's such a weighted term. Yes, Andraste said magic should serve man, not rule him. But I've yet to find a mage who wants to rule anything. It goes against no will of the Maker for mages to live as free as other men.
I think mages need their freedom, but they need to be educated properly as well. Both Circle and Apostates is an extreme case, I think. I think mages should be able to be free and walk on the streets, but maybe they have to attend mandatory lessons to know how to control their magic since childhood.
Forcing mages into servitude is not the way to prevent the rise of another Imperium.
That's not usually the response I get. Perhaps we will work together better than I expected.
Tell me about your friend.
His name is Carl Thekla. He was sent here from Ferelden when Kirkwall Circle required new talent. His last letter said the Knight Commander was turning the Circle into a prison. Mages are locked in their cell, refused appearances at court, made tranquil for the slightest crimes. I told him I would come.
Are these accusations true?
Ask any mage in Kirkwall. Over a dozen were made tranquil just this year. The more people you ask, the worse the rumors become.
There will be a certain choice in the end of Act 1, and this is the reason why I want to choose a certain option. I will probably talk about it later, but for those who played the game, I will just say that I'm going to take Anders and Bethany with me to the deep roads. So there will be the best outcome in my opinion.
How do you plan to break him out of the gallows?
I'm hoping it won't come to that. I sent Carl a message to meet me in the Chantry tonight. Make her willing, he'll be there, alone. But if there are Templars with him, I swear I'll free him from them, whatever the cost.
What do the Templars know of your plans?
I don't know. I had been exchanging notes with Carl through a maidservant in the gallows. Then the letters stopped coming.
I don't know, this is too harsh, like... I like her brute responses, but just in the tone, not when it influences the outcome that much. Because I think, like I already said, her younger sister is a mage and she wants to protect her, so she is sympathetic to mages and she knows that Bethany is sane. So I imagine she would be the person who wants to help mages, especially if she knows that the circle is turned into a prison. Okay, I can try choosing this one. I hope I will get a choice to help him.
I will not make this deal sight unseen.
Okay.
It's all right here. But you don't see one page until Carl is free.
As just as his cause is, it scares me. I don't want to give the Templars another reason to hunt us.
These are my terms. If you want my aid with your expedition, meet me in the Chantry tonight. I have sent word to Carl to be there. Make her willing, we will all leave free men.
Bethany, I expected better from you. Maybe we can do this one.
Cellar door. Let's go in and see why Gamlin lied.
Yeah, it's going to be logical to just do it on the way and then pretend that it have gotten dark and we can go to the Chantry. To map a talent or spell to your quick bar, drag the icon from the ability screen to the desired slot in the quick bar. I read the full text for the first time, I think. Maybe not first, but it's a rare thing.
That's enough!
How much money do we have already? Oh, 10. So we need 40 more, so we will definitely have to do some side quests. History of Kirkwall, Chapter 1. It's difficult for many to comprehend today, but there was a time when Kirkwall was believed to be the very edge of the world. It was Emerius then, named after its founder, Magister Emerius Craven, and it was but one outpost on the very fringe of the Tevinter Imperium. There the Magister's serfs worked the quarries for the jetstone needed for the mighty temples of Minratas, after a slave rebellion nearly burned the temple to the ground in the great city. It was determined that a center for the slave trade would need to be established well away from the more civilized parts of the Imperium, though this account may be exaggerated, since the notorious Archon Danarius Isar narrowly escaped assassination at the hands of an elven slave at the time. Because the new slave outpost would become wealthy beyond imagining, competition among prospects reportedly took over 20 years to resolve, resulting in great bloodshed in the frontier, well away from the Archon's eyes. Magister took arms against Magister, mostly in the form of small armies of serfs and mercenaries, Over half the slaves in existence allegedly died in these battles before Amarius was finally chosen, thanks to the marriage of Craven's son to the Archon's daughter. Within a mere decade, the mighty fortress was erected on the cliffs where Kirkwall now stands. Over 1 million slaves passed through its gates before the Imperium eventually fell, an unimaginable number by today's standards. The Craven family itself became patrons of the next 3 Archons and was one of the driving forces behind the extension of the Imperial Highway into the Ferelden Valley, a move that would cost them considerable political influence after the resistance of the Alamari tribes. During its height, Amarius was a jewel to rival the mightiest of the imperial cities and the greatest center of civilization outside the winter. From Kirkwall, the City of Chains, by Brother Genitivi, 924 Dragon. The warrior rallies fellow combatants, briefly boosting other party members' mana or stamina regeneration rates, and lending them the benefits of might, control, turn the blade, or elemental aegis, if the warrior currently has one of those sustained modes active. The warrior fights with discipline, not anger, making every swing count. This mode cannot be used at the same time as might. Okay, I can try taking this control. Oh, it was only one. No, I was going to take it together with this one. I guess I need to remember to take it next. No, Varric, you hurt me, why? I should do something funny and kind, so he likes me again. Alright, I can sell my trash. Assassins lurk on the edges of fights, striking from the shadows before slipping away again. Be wary, as they often prey on those... but I can see you. Is this because I'm a rogue, so I detected him? Every time there is a fire exploding, I feel like it's someone else, not Bethany or Varric. I don't remember whose ability it is. Oh, portrait of your mother. I guess it's a gift. The Amell family. It's truly sad what happened to the Amells, isn't it? I still remember grandmother talking about the balls that Lord Aristide used to hold at their estate and the Antivan violin players and dancers from Afsana. No expense was spared and no one would dare miss it, lest someone think they weren't worthy of an invitation. And then poor Revka had the child, magical talent running in one of Kirkwall's most prominent families. The Templars had considered Lord Aristide to be Viscount after Threnhold's arrest. Can you imagine the scandal had he been chosen? They whisked the child away to the Circle, and the Amells simply had no luck after that. Leandra ran off with a Ferelden mage, and then Damian was accused of smuggling. Poor Lord Fausten almost bankrupted his family trying to get the charges dropped. But I hear Viscount Marlowe simply wanted the Amells out of the picture. And it worked too, didn't it? By the time Lord Faustin got sick, there was only young Gamlen left and a mountain of debt. Oh, poor Gamlen. I spoke to Dulce just the other day, and apparently Gamlen is now living in some low-town shack. Sounds like the sort of character you'd cross a street to avoid. And let's not even talk about the estate. Mother says we should remember the Amells because that sort of thing could happen to any of us. You know the old saying, a marcher's fortune rises and falls with the tide. If you ask me, this is just another misfortune that magic brings to honest folk. Andraste helped that poor family, whatever lies in store for them. Excerpt from a letter written by Lady Emily de Montfort.
Mel Crest. Mother described it, but this is the first time I've seen it. Wouldn't it feel like something to live in a house with this above the door?
I don't like the looks of this.
Oh.
Done.
I can see him, why can't I attack him right away?
Trap! That should do it.
I knew I should have slit his throat.
Get back! Face me. I stand for all of us.
Seems to be unhealthy.
No! I was just thinking about it. When will my inventory get full? I wanted to sell all of this. I guess I can destroy it.
That's the vault! Everything we want to know about our family is inside. This is it! Grandfather's will. Mother needs to see this as soon as possible.
I think I picked up everything. Let's go.
We'll take it to her right now.
A cross-class combo can only be...
So I'm just saying, blood's blood and all, but you are taking advantage of my hospitality. It's only fair if you make something of a monthly contribution.
You sold my children into servitude. Now you're asking me to pay rent?
Maybe just put
I agree
something
with him,
towards
honestly.
Gamlen lied to you, Mother. We found the will.
He forgave you, Mother. Grandfather left you everything. Here, read it.
I should maybe
To my daughter Leandra, and all children born of her, the estate in Hightown and all associated revenues.
That he should have told her. Alright, I disagree, but we are keeping the character.
What do you have to say for yourself?
You're the one who ran away, Leandra. What happened to love is so much more important than money.
It is!
You didn't even come home for the funeral.
The twins were a week old.
We all have our burdens. Mine was looking after a life you abandoned. How long was I supposed to wait?
Well, he has a point, I think. But he still should have told her that the estate is left for her. But maybe they should have agreed to, I don't know, split it? That would be fair.
I doubt you let the ashes get cold.
I took care of Father. I stayed. And on his deathbed, all he could talk about was Leandra.
Yeah, that's sad.
Look, sister, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done it, but I did. And there's nothing I can do to get it back.
I don't expect that, Gamlen. It's enough to know Mother and Father didn't die angry. I'll petition the Viscount for rights to reclaim the estate. Make her willing, you'll have your house back within weeks.
You don't have the coin or standing to even get an audience with the Viscount. You've got to be someone in this city to live in that house again.
Then I had better get started.
That's the spirit. Cool mother.
He wasn't like this in Lothering. I think he misses the open fields.
City life not agreeing with you. Poor thing. Maybe he'd be happier if we brought him with us more often. But if he's with us, who'd keep Gamlen's debt collectors away?
Take it. I'm sick of what's-his-name staring and panting.
Gamlen, honestly, a Mabari understands what you say. Try using his name.
What's wrong with Dog? Real easy to remember.
Oh no! They want me to name him.
Why don't you go pick up something at the market? You could use some air.
What? Hey!
I can't believe Gamlen
this
stole
hand.
Mother's entire inheritance. I mean, I can believe it. That's the worst part.
She's
I
so
could
cute.
never turn against my own sister like that.
She's so cute. Let's not do this. What, turn against each other?
Talking about Gamlen leaves a bad taste in my mouth.
Well, hopefully we'll be out of here soon. You know, when we went to look for that will, I thought we were doing it for Mother, for what she lost. I didn't realize how much it would mean to me. To know I had grandparents who didn't hate me.
No.
I wish they had lived long enough to see us come home.
Home. That's what it is, isn't it? I like saying that. We're not running away again. We're coming home.
Are you unhappy here?
I wish I could do more for Mother. Carver's death. It's killing her slowly every day. But maybe if we can reclaim some of what she lost, it will help. I'd do anything to get us back a normal life.
Well, I understand why she avoids the circle, but I will still ask.
Why did Mother and Father work so hard to keep you from the circle? Would it have been so bad?
I guess at first, I was just a little girl. They didn't want to lose me. And once I had learned anything, what would the Templars do to an active apostate, not just a mage-blood child? It changed their lives, your life, Carver's, all because of who I am. Sometimes I wonder if it would have been so bad to be with my own kind, to serve the Chantry as Andraste demands.
What do you think Carver would have made of all this?
He would have hated this place, all the sneering nobles. He'd have gotten himself arrested the first day, and he would have wanted in on your Deep Roads expedition. Anything to make a name for himself. Sometimes I still can't believe he's gone.
Yeah, it's probably extra hard if it's your twin.
Can you imagine if we'd grown up here? Been nobility?
Had grandparents who bought us all liege and silk dresses with lace petticoats. Father was a good man, but Mother gave up so much for him. Of course, if she hadn't worked up the nerve to elope, she probably wouldn't have been able to resist the Templars either. If we'd been born here, you'd been nothing more to me than a name the Circle kept in my file.
I don't know, I'm curious what she will say and what Bethany will respond to that one.
Our home was destroyed by the Darkspawn. This will never be anything but a refugee camp.
We're never going back to Ferelden, sister. You can be more here than you ever could have been in Lothering. Just give it a chance.
I like this more. That in the first year of being here, she can't accept that she had to leave her previous life behind.
I don't care much about old family stuff, but I thought you might want this.
Where did you get that? Was it at the estate? Let me see. Is it? I think this is Mother's betrothal portrait from when she was supposed to marry the Comte. Look! You can see the ring.
She was much happier with Father.
I know she loved Father. I guess I just wondered if she'd have been happier if he hadn't been a mage. If I wasn't a mage. I know that made it hard for Mother. It's nice to have a reminder of a time when she still knew how to smile.
Oh, she's blaming herself. I was afraid it will be minus. Alright, let's maybe... go to the low town during the night to get another companion. Oh wait, I have a message. The Bone Pit. Hawk, if you are looking for work, there is a rich merchant in Hightown who's got trouble with his mining operation. If you haven't heard of the Bone Pit, the locals say it's cursed. I don't put much stock in it, but I had to turn down the job because of marchers in my crew making the rest superstitious. Go speak to Hubert Bartier, probably he is from Orlais, in the Hightown market if you are interested. Miran. Alright. If foes are resistant to a certain type of damage, a small shield appears next to their name whenever they are hit by that element. Warriors can stagger enemies, which reduces their attack and defense. Okay. I guess it didn't trigger. Maybe another time. Let's then maybe go and leave the amulet at the Dalish camp? Oh no, it's the wrong place, but we can do duty as well. It's also for the companion.
I thought all dwarves had beards. Where's yours?
I misplaced it, along with my sense of dwarven pride and my gold-plated noble caste pin.
I thought maybe it fell onto your chest.
Oh, the broody elf tells a joke.
I don't brood.
Friend, if your brooding were any more impressive, women would swoon as you passed. They'd have broody babies in your honor.
You're a very odd dwarf.
Then you thought I was joking about the pin.
Alright. Pommel strike. Instead of leading with the fatal attack an enemy expects, the warrior strikes out with a weapon's blunt end to stun the opponent. Alright, I wanted to increase her constitution. Alright, maybe I will take one healing spell at least. The mage imbues an ally with restorative energy, knitting flesh and mending bone. Oh, this one is cool. The rogue leaps backward. Enemies within melee range will often seek an easier target instead. Yeah, I feel like rogue is the most fun class. Let's see what they are saying.
We should move on.
This is, beyond a doubt, the most wretched place I've ever been. The sooner we get back to Kirkwall, the better.
This one, it looks so nice. The beach and the sand.
I wonder if Mother has received an audience with the Viscount yet.
Do we need to go there? Looks like it. Yeah, spindleweed. It is an old country saying that spindleweed grows best for the sorrowful. Verdant spindleweed in a household's garden has often brought neighbors offering consolation, usually without even asking what might be wrong. This originates from the plant's use as a seasoning for dishes meant to speed the recovery of the infirm. A person who grows much of it is likely caring for the fatally ill. An excerpt from the Botanical Compendium by Ines Arancia, botanist. So we will probably be able to make some health potion. Haha.
Give the Maker my regards.
No, I forgot I don't have space in inventory. I should sell it. Like trash and everything.
That should do it.
Alright, so let's go sell things first and then we will do the amulet bringing quest.
Do you ever miss Tevinter?
I was a slave.
Still, it was your home, right? The only one you remember. Does it ever feel strange not to be there?
Sometimes. That does not mean I would go back.
Alright, let's keep it like this for now. And let's take this quest, since we're here.
Hear you're having problems with the bone pit. I can help.
Ah, finally someone comes to help me. You look a bit unseasoned, but I hope you'll do. I had to suspend operations. My workers are lost in the mines or have run off. Served me right for hiring Ferelden refugees. I sent others before, but no word. Perhaps they are putting me off. I need someone competent to figure out what is going on.
Your first mistake was naming your mine the Bone Pit.
The locals named the mine. Those fools say it's cursed. That is why I hire Fereldens. They may be dull-witted, but they're not superstitious.
Mind what you say about my countrymen.
I was not referring to you, of course. My workers are a particularly desperate sort. They're lucky to work for me. Few in Kirkwall will hire refugees.
Surely the miners had good reason to leave.
I am at a loss. No miner has reported in, and no one takes me seriously.
The Bone Pit must be dangerous if people are afraid to venture there.
No, nothing like that. Pay no heed to local superstition. The Bone Pit is mostly harmless.
You said some of your workers are Ferelden.
Yes, all of them. An unruly lot, to be sure.
What's the reward?
I will pay handsomely. The exact amount depends on what perils you face.
I'll head there soon.
The sooner the better. Each day the mine is not running costs me more than those miners make in a year. The Bone Pit is just outside the city. Any map will show it.
Not here to sell today, guardsman. My shipment's late.
Guardsman? Who is he talking about? Alright, let's do the amulet quest, and it's going to be the last one for today, probably. And maybe we can do duty on the way. If Hawk doesn't discover a valuable crafting resource, someone else is sure to find it. Yeah, I've seen it like a couple of times. Why doesn't it highlight when I hover over? Oh yeah, this one is probably duty. I want to collect some herbs, but there is nothing here, surprisingly. This one will probably make us a health potion. Elfroot. Elfroot was first used by the Elves of Arlatan, hence the name. The root gave their medicines particular efficacy. So when the Imperium conquered the Elves, the Magisters adopted its use and its popularity spread to all corners of the Empire. Interesting that in the Velgard we are in the Arlatan forest and there are no elf fruits. Elf fruit is a hardy plant with large green leaves that grows wild in many places. It's so common that it tends to show up in most gardens and fields, almost like a weed. Unlike a weed, however, most people appreciate having access to the wonderful little plant. The roots can be used with every little preparation. Rubbing some of the juice on a wound, for example, will speed up healing and numb pain, and chewing on a slice of fruit treats minor ailments like indigestion, flatulence, and hoarse throats. There are several varieties, but the most useful for herbalists are the bitter, gossamer, and the royal elf roots. An excerpt from the Botanical Compendium by Ines Arancia, botanist.
Old Shemlin, your kind are not welcome among the Dalish.
What's a Shemlin?
It is the elven word for human.
It means you're not one of the people, and you should leave now.
Who are you people?
We are the last of the Elven.
So you say, frequently.
We remember who the people truly are, even as you city elves forget.
The sooner I finish my business, the sooner I'll leave.
You have no business here.
Wait. This is the one the Keeper spoke of.
A Shemlin? I thought she'd be an elf.
Enter the camp. Keeper Marithari has been waiting for you.
Cause trouble, and you'll meet our blades, stranger.
Marithari, I was told to bring you this amulet.
Andarana Tishan, travelers. Indeed, I am Keeper Marathari. Let me look at you. It has been a long, hard journey to this place. And it's far from over. Tell me how this burden fell to you, child.
Your guard said you spoke of me. How did you know I was coming?
I listened. To the wind, to the birds, as the hunters do, to my dreams. I watched the stars. There is great wisdom to be found all around us, if you know how to listen for it. But I was not certain. Nothing is certain.
Are you the leader of these Dalish? Why did the witch tell me to bring this amulet to you?
I am the keeper of this clan. It is my task to guide my people and to ensure the old ways are not forgotten. As for Asha Belinar, I am tied to her, just as you are, by a debt that must be repaid.
Exactly what have I been carrying around? Is it magic?
It is a promise, child. Made by one whose word still has weight. And therefore, it has terrible power. There are few things in this world stronger than a promise kept. Remember that.
I brought the amulet here as I was asked. Aren't you supposed to tell me what to do with it?
I understand. It's never an easy thing to speak of debts. I will ask no more questions of you. The amulet must be taken to an altar at the top of the mountain and given a Dalish rite for the departed. Then, return the amulet to me. Do this and your debt will be repaid.
Are you going to teach me this rite for the departed?
I will send my first with you. She will see to it the ritual is done. And when it is complete, I must ask that you take her with you when you go.
Who is your first? First of what?
Your people would call her my apprentice, or heir. Meryl would have taken my place as keeper. But she has chosen a new path. Please, guide her safely from here.
If that's what you want.
It isn't what I want, but it is what she wants. You will find Meryl waiting for you on the trail just up the mountain. Dareth Shiral.
Hal, are you busy?
No, of course not. Not too busy for you.
Shemlin. Wonderful. Make your business here quick.
Dalish crafting is second to none, I am Master Island, a crafter for this clan. Forced to stay so close to this Shemlin city, I've seen my share of outsiders pass through our camp. Is there something you needed?
Are you a specialist? What sort of things do you make?
A Dalish crafter does many things. We create weapons, armor, anything our clan has need of.
I don't need anything right now.
Of course.
Shemlin. Wonderful. Make your business here quick.
Leave it. You won't need it.
Oh, I didn't hear. You must be the one the Keeper told me about. Anethera.
I'm so sorry. I didn't ask your name. Unless... It's not rude to ask a human their name, is it? I'm Meryl, which you probably knew already. I'm rambling, sorry.
She has very cool armor.
Why are you leaving the Dalish for Kirkwall?
I have to. Let's leave it at that for now, all right?
All right.
Did you hear that strange noise?
Oh, I didn't hear anything.
You seem awfully nervous.
I've never met a human before. Dalish mothers frighten their children with stories about you, you know. Not you, personally, of course. I'm sure they don't have any tales about you.
That's messed up.
Or not scary ones, at least. Not that you're not notable enough to have a story. I'll just shut up now.
We didn't get a proper introduction.
I am... or was, I suppose. The first to keep a Marathari. I've studied the old ways for as long as I can remember. I know things. The law of the Dalish that can help us get to the summit of Sandermort.
We've got a job to do. Don't waste time chatting.
Don't mind Hawk, miss. Fereldans aren't exactly famous for their manners. Varric Tethras at your service.
I know little of outsiders. No chatting is for the best. I'd probably say a lot of things that are very stupid. We should go. Your task is for Asher Bellinar. It's not wise to make her wait.
What do we have to do with the amulet?
It's a funeral of sorts. I'll perform it when we get to the mountaintop. Getting there is the tricky part. Our hunters haven't been able to reach the summit. Dark things are about.
I take it you've been expecting me to bring this amulet for some time.
The Keeper brought us here to wait for you. I don't know much more than that. I do know that you have Asher Bellinar's amulet. And we must bring it to the altar on the mountaintop. Nothing more.
Do you know the witch who sent me here?
No, not personally. My people tell stories of her, though. You're very lucky. Most people who meet Ashbel wind up in little pieces, hanging from the trees.
I need a few minutes to prepare.
Of course. Best if we hurry, though. I'd like to be away from here.
I thought they will give her, like, extra armor or health potions. I didn't think it's like that.
I hope we're going the right way. I get turned around a lot up here.
Yeah, let's go. How do we go?
I hope we're going the right way. I get turned around a lot up here.
Ah. Oh. Tricky. Standing shooting from above.
The Keeper didn't mention you were a mage.
I imagine it's difficult to give away something nobody wants.
All keepers know a bit of old magic. The stories tell us that all Elven once had the gift. But like so many things, it was lost. It's a keeper's job to remember, to restore what we can.
Can't demons possess Dalish mages?
It can happen. And when it does, the clan must hunt and kill their own keeper.
Does the Chantry know about the Dalish mages?
Oh, they know. Keeper Marathari told me that was one of the reasons we never camped too long in one place. They usually won't pursue us if we stay away from the cities and towns and keep moving.
And no one minds having to pick up and move over and over just to protect a few of you.
Why would they mind? Once we've picked over a hunting ground, there's no reason to stay. But my clan is now in more danger, having lost our Hala.
If you go to Kirkwall, you'll be an apostate in a city full of Templars.
I know. But if I don't go to Kirkwall, I'll be alone. A solitary elf is easy prey for anyone. In the city, I can get lost in the crowd.
Please keep turning skeletons into toads for us.
But I never... Right. Not literally. Happy to help. I've done a little fighting before, but it was always alone. I'll try not to hit anyone. On our side, I mean. I'm babbling again. Let's go.
So the Keeper finally found someone to take you from here.
Yes.
Then finish your task quickly, human. We cannot be rid of this one too soon.
I'm sensing a story here.
I have made my choice. And I will save our clan whatever you think.
What's going on here, Meryl?
Nothing. Just ignorance. We should go. I'm sorry. You're not really seeing the Dalish at their best. We're good people that look out for each other. Just not today, apparently.
Is there anything I can do to help?
It's kind of you to ask. I'm fine. Even if my people don't appreciate my efforts, I must see this through. Let's go. Ashabelanar isn't known for her patience.
The Kunari invaded mainland Tedas 200 years ago. Ah, I got this one already. The Lomarine Accord... Oh. Oh, too late. Freezing a bit. The Underfells. The Underfells are a land of shocking extremes. It is the most desolate place in all the world, for two blights have left great expanses of the steppes, so completely devoid of life that corpses cannot even decay there. No insect or grub will ever reach them. It is a land filled with wonders like the Medallion, with its gigantic white statue of Our Lady carved into its face. Why the music is so ominous right now? And loud. Her hands outstretched and bearing an eternal flame, or Weishaupt fortress, with its walls of living rock towering over the desolate plains below. The Anders, too, are a people of extremes, the most devout priests and the most deadly soldiers, the poorest nation in the world and the most feared. From In Pursuit of Knowledge, Travels of a Chantry Scholar by Brother Genitivi. Silverite. The lustrous white-blue silverite has long been prized by the dwarves of use in jewelry, rune-making and weaponsmithing, but on the surface it is more commonly used by apothecaries and healers. Since the metal does not rust, many traditions believe it to be proof against poison. There is a tale passed down among the people of the Underfells. A knight returned home after many years of war, only to be struck by an adder. His wife immediately bound the wound with a medallion of silverite pressed against the bite like a poultice. By morning the poison had left him, and the knight lived to an old age. An excerpt, I don't know how to read that, from an alchemical primer of metallurgy, Volume 1, by Lord Cerastes of Marna's Spell. So loud. Why do they have money on them? Shadow Warrior? What's that? Finally, mages are standing far away. Can I go there? Attack, defense, armor, and resistances each have a sweet spot at any given level.
I can open the way forward. One moment.
It was a lot.
Blood magic. Foolish. Very foolish.
Yes, it was blood magic, but I know what I'm doing. The spirit helped us, didn't it?
Well, in this I agree with Fenris.
Sure, demons are very helpful. Right up until they take your mind and turn you into a monster.
Well, yes. But that won't happen. I know how to defend myself. Be careful up ahead. Restless things prowl the heights. In the days of Arlathon, the elders came here to sleep. Uthanara, the endless dream they called it. But they don't sleep peacefully anymore.
Deep mushroom refers to the entire group of fungi that grows underground in caves and many parts of the dwarven deep roads. Collection can be a dangerous task, as the deep roads are often infested with darkspawn. Because of this, dwarven merchants often recruit casteless hirelings for the job and pay them a meager percentage of what they earn selling the mushrooms to surfaces. The most common varieties used in the herbalist trade are the blightcap, ghoul's mushroom, and brimstone mushroom, almost all of which tend to carry the darkspawn's corruption. While they cannot transmit the disease, this trait often makes them quite poisonous. Deep mushrooms should only be handled by experienced herbalists and should never be consumed without first being adequately cleaned and prepared. Careless consumption has been known to cause insanity, severe abdominal cramping, and even death. An expert from the Botanical Compendium by Ines Arancia, botanist. I didn't know deep mushrooms were that dangerous. They are going to animate. Okay, I need to think where I should throw my bomb. Probably here.
Place the amulet on the altar, and I'll begin the rite.
Aharin amalana salen. Emma ira au bella zaviranan. Isalahamin vinanhim dofilas. In usanera narivas.
Here we are. A witch.
It's all right, Fenris. She means us no harm. Andarana Tishan Ashabalana.
One of the people. I see. So young and bright. Do you know who I am, beyond that title?
I know.
I know only a little.
Then stand. The people bend their knee too quickly. So refreshing to see someone who keeps their end of a bargain. I half expected my amulet to end up in a merchant's pocket.
You were inside that amulet the entire time?
Just a piece. A small piece. But it was all I needed. A bit of security, should the inevitable occur. And if I know my Morrigan, it already has.
What's the point of asking his opinion?
You are no simple witch.
Figured that out yourself, did you?
I have seen powerful mages, spirits, and abominations, but you are none of those things. What are you?
Such a curious lad. The chains are broken, but are you truly free?
You see a great deal.
I am a fly in the ointment. I am a whisper in the shadows. I am also an old, old woman. More than that, you need not know.
Is that someone I should know?
She's a girl who thinks she knows what is what better than I or anyone. And why not? I raised her to be as she is. I cannot expect her to be less.
I'm not sure whether she's your daughter or your enemy.
Neither is she.
Why did you need me to bring you here?
Because I had an appointment to keep. And because I did not want to be followed, you smuggled me here quite nicely.
I don't understand. Are you some kind of vision?
Must I be in only one place? Bodies are such limiting things. I am but a fragment cast adrift from the whole, a bit of flotsam to cling to in the storm.
A fragment?
You do not need to understand, child. Know only that you may have saved my life, just as I once saved yours. An even trade, I think.
You have plans, I take it?
Destiny awaits us both, dear girl. We have much to do. Before I go, a word of advice. We stand upon the precipice of change. The world fears the inevitable plummet into the abyss. Watch for that moment, and when it comes, do not hesitate to leap. It is only when you fall that you learn whether you can fly.
cheap advice from a dragon.
We all have our challenges.
We're going to regret bringing her here.
Regret is something I know well. Take care not to cling to it, to hold it so close that it poisons your soul. When the time comes for your regrets, remember me. As for you, child, step carefully. No path is darker than when your eyes are shut.
Maceranus Ashabellinar.
Now the time has come for me to leave. You have my thanks and my sympathy.
Alright, I think we can finish here, and in the next episode we will return the amulet to the Maritari right away.